Okay, today's video we're going to talk about Bing multimedia ads and whether they're worth doing or not. The short answer is yes, absolutely they are worth doing. But there's some key things you want to know to be able to actually take advantage of them in the fullest way. And actually make sure you are going to be able to double the amount of money you're making from your Bing search campaigns right now. And you really can make twice as much money from your Bing search campaigns once you have these instituted. So with that said, I'll get it directly into the meat of this content. So first of all, if you don't know what Bing multimedia ads are, they're just another search engine ad that's on Bing.com. So if you have my beautiful drawing here, if you can see this, on Bing, as you see it, you have your usual search ads like you have on Google, but then you have this big ad spot that'll show up above those search ads. Not in all markets, but in a decent amount. And will apply to your market if you just do things right, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But your ad can be right here as well, but it also might show up here on the right-hand side. But bottom line, this is just like getting another search engine ad click. So for that matter, I mean, it's going to convert roughly the same. Why wouldn't you want these clicks? That is, if you're already making money in your market. And even if you're not making money, you could still get your cost per lead cheaper with this. Because, like if, let's say you're doing $100 a day in sales right now on Bing. If you really need to be at 80, if you come in, but you need, with that, you're doing that $100 of sales, and you are selling 10 units a day, but you have to keep selling 10 units, otherwise you have other problems. So what you can do is turn on these extra multimedia ads at the same time you have your other search ads on. And because you can double your click-through rate on your ads, because you have two ads now effectively going on Bing, you can lower your cost per click on both the regular search ads and these multimedia ads to still get your 10 sales a day, but you'll start paying like 80 bucks a sale instead of 100 bucks a sale because you're now bidding less. You have more capability to bid less and get the same amount of clicks, if you get my point here. So if you're already getting a good return on Bing, which most of you guys, if you didn't know, Bing ads actually has a better return than Google if you just know what you're doing. If you turn off and you don't use audience ads, you know how to get the audience network clicks off by using a 12,000 website exclusion list that I have a special video about that if you want to learn how to do that, so you won't have to pay for any audience ad clicks. And you just do what works on Google, essentially. Bing will get a better conversion rate and have a better ROI than Google generally most, if not all, the times that you're going to try it. So the fact that we can double the amount of clicks we're getting on Bing because we're going to use the multimedia ads in conjunction with the ads we're already running, these regular search ads on Bing, this is a fantastic gift from God here. If you're already getting a good return on your Bing ads, you could double the return, like I was hinting before, by turning these on. Specifically, I recommend doing that through a separate campaign to run these Bing multimedia ads. But the reason why you'll double the amount of money you're making on Bing is because these ads will show in your, if you can get these ads to show in your market, that is, they'll get a decent click-through rate like your other search ads do now, sometimes a little bit better, but somewhat the same as your other search ads, as we've found. And then therefore you'll double the clicks you're going to currently get from Bing search, because you have two ads effectively showing up on Bing search now. So, because you could run them at the same time. It's not either or. So if you try to do multimedia ads in the same Bing search campaigns you have now, it's hard to be able to get both of them to show up because you don't have the, you just take it from me. I can go into the complexities of this. What we want to do is put it in a separate campaign, and then you're set up really well to have your multimedia ad show up and then your regular search ad. And you may go and search and look on Bing in your market under your keywords you want to show up for and not actually see any of these multimedia ads there. For that, if that happens, Bing's algorithm basically has not found a multimedia ad that performs well. What Bing likes Google is trying to always do is figure out how to get more people to click on the ads. They're going to test less ads, more ads. Whatever that gets the most revenue for them is going to be the layout that they have and the number of ads they have showing there on the top of Bing. So if nobody sets up their multimedia ads correctly, because they don't know about what I'm telling you here, and then they test this and the click-through rate of the ad space overall, people clicking at least one ad goes down, they're not going to show the multimedia ad. So what I'm telling you here is, if you put in a really good multimedia ad, and then when the few times they do test it out and show it, the ad section on Bing for that search actually gets a higher click-through rate to an ad than it did before, then they're going to start showing your ad from now on because you're helping them out make more money, if that makes sense. So you just need to be able to give them what they want and what they can use to get more clicks. Of course, the other factor is they want to see your clicks are getting a good conversion rate, because what Bing doesn't also want is they don't want people to get a bad experience, like get bait and switched basically after they click. So they want to see you get a high click-through rate on your ad, which will help increase the amount of money they're making because they can sell more clicks, but also the people that get to your site get a good experience so they don't chase that person or shy them away from clicking on a Bing ad in the future. So for long-term growth of their ad product there. So with that said, to give them what they want and to double your clicks, you could double the amount of money you're making on Bing today. If you're making what you're making, you can make it may not be double every time, but it might just be close. But if you do this right, you should be able to double your clicks. So all you have to do, here's the process. You're going to make a new campaign just for these multimedia ads. So you start the campaign out like any other search campaign, okay? Once you have done that, you're going to create, because system's going to force you to create a regular search ad, okay? But once you have that campaign set up, you're going to go ahead and make a multimedia ad. You're going to upload great photos and text in there. So you can actually, when you go to create a new ad in that campaign, it'll ask what kind of ad you want to create. And you're just going to select multimedia ad. And then you're going to put in some really great relevant photos for that ad and text. And then once you've done that, you're going to make sure multimedia ads aren't actually technically turned off for that campaign by going into the settings and under the auto-apply suggestions. Make sure the multimedia ads box is checked so that you can show up for multimedia ads for that campaign. And I should have added another step here, but the other thing you're going to want to do is go back into your ads of that campaign and shut off the non-multimedia ads that you had to put in there when you created that campaign, so that all that's left is multimedia ads. And then once you've done that, now you've got a campaign that will effectively either get multimedia ad clicks or nothing. And you're forcing the system to give you some clicks under that. And it puts you in a position to know what your return is from multimedia clicks versus the search ad clicks. And it puts you in a position to not have your search ad campaign be affected while trying to multiply what you're making through having these multimedia ads. Pretty smart, huh? So the most of the time, the reason why these, going back to what I was saying before, the reason why these multimedia ads don't show in a lot of search results yet is because the AI and ad algorithm system that Bing has to put their own images in there, because people don't specifically upload their own images for the multimedia ads, or they just automatically try to shut them off under the settings. So when you actually give something that's halfway decent for them to show, that's the time when you'll be able to get shown. And once you start getting shown a lot, you should just know you're going to make twice as much money because you have 2 ad spots now on the top of Bing, or even more, because that multimedia ad's a pretty big ad and it's got a picture, so your eye is quickly drawn to it. So you can actually sometimes make more than double the amount of money than you're making already on Bing through the regular search ads. So that's really all you have to do, is just set up a separate campaign. You may have to bid a little bit higher on your multimedia campaign to get the ad to show up. What I would recommend to you, I should have added this as another step, but I didn't. I would recommend have the use enhanced CPC bidding, double the amount of per click that you're paying on your regular search campaigns for this multimedia campaign, so that you're really kind of jarring the system so that Bing will start to show your ad. Once they have good stats, that you can lower your cost per click down again because they already know that ad performs and they're going to want to show it anyway. And if you double your clicks, you're still not getting clicks, or sorry, if you double your cost per click bid and you're still not getting clicks, try tripling it, try quadrupling it. Just keep coming up in your keyword bids until it starts showing. Once you start getting shown and you've got like 100 clicks, start inching that cost per click down. That'll force the system to get some data on your thing. Once it realizes it's good, you won't have to bid as high, because sometimes it takes that to get it started. So anyway, that's the system right there that I would use to execute this, but I love it. So it's a great new find that we have, and I'm giving it to you here today to use. If you liked the video, I would appreciate it if you would give it a like and consider subscribing, as I have a lot of other stuff on this channel that's going to help you make more money with PPC, Facebook ads, Google ads, and so forth, as I manage several dozen online advertising accounts at any given time for clients. I'm actually actively giving you the stuff that works as well as the stuff that doesn't work on this channel, coming straight from the source. It's the best information you literally can find on YouTube on how to make money practically and the strategies that work on YouTube as a whole. If you like the channel, you'll like my blog at guaranteedppc.com/blog, by the way. You should check that out if you like the channel. If you need some help doing the stuff that you need to do on this channel, you can reach out to my firm at guaranteedppc.com. We guarantee all the work that we do for clients that will get results. So if you don't want to do the work, you could hire our firm. We'll give you some results up front, not charge any fees for any of that, and then charge fees once we have increased your sales a little bit, enough to even cover the cost of what we normally charge anyway. We're the only firm out there that does this, which should tell you something about the strategies I share with you on this channel, and in general what we're doing at our firm. So it's the best firm you're going to find easily, we'll just say, to do work on your campaigns and actually get results. So if you're interested, reach out. We don't work with everybody, but I'll try to see how much results I can get on your campaign. Be happy to talk with you and get a quote for you. That said, I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on my next video where we have another great strategy for you there. See you later.